Hey, welcome to another episode of Coffee with Teas. I'm T.
And I'm Twizzle.
And I'm tenacious.
And as you can see, Tenacious is here. So that means it must be the first Tuesday of the
Woo-hoo.
month. What? What?
A
What's
little
up?
bit of nerd talk coming at you today.
Nerd talk. Good morning, Maxie. I've been thinking about you. I hope you're well. I missed your face.
We can agree that she has indeed been thinking about you.
With my brain parts.
And her heart parts.
And my heart part. Yeah. I took it out. I'm so tired.
We're going to start with some holidays of the week. And T's going to kick us off with yesterday's holiday because she's very excited about it.
So I wanted this holiday so bad because me. So yesterday was Carol Baskin's birthday. Do you know who Carol Baskin is? Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. Tiger King, Carol Baskin, killed her husband and fed him to the tigers. Now, she allegedly killed her husband and fed him to the tigers.
But he mysteriously went missing.
Ain't nobody see him in years.
Yeah, can't find the body.
Lots of very content tigers. Not very hungry.
It's true, they're pretty plump.
So, yeah, if you were at all interested in like any kind of new TV that happened at the beginning of the pandemic,
it was
Tiger
the
King
pandemic show.
Yes, Tiger King was amazing. They were so fascinating, and I didn't know that they were real people. They seemed like cartoons.
They were real. My cousin and my sister went to Oklahoma University, OU, OU. And I think they've been to the zoo, but their friends definitely have been to the zoo.
Yeah.
And their friends have definitely eaten at the zoo.
Oh,
which if you watch Tiger King, it's really gross. Anyways, it's an actual zoo and everywhere.
Yeah.
There's one in Oklahoma, and then Carol Baskin's is in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Big Cat Rescue, and
Florida.
They used to actually be one of the sponsors of the big cat shows at the King Richard's Fair. Fun fact. And same with that other guy that had baby cats.
Yeah.
He also would bring
What was
cats.
his name, guys? Help us out. What was the guy's name from Tiger King with the mullet?
Not Joe.
Was that
Joe?
Joe.
Joe's the main guy.
Yeah.
He didn't come to King Richard's Fair.
No.
The other guy that had lots of female friends, and he would go to Vegas.
The guy with one arm?
With his the guy that took over Joe's zoo after Joe got arrested.
Oh.
Anyways, we're a Tiger King show now, clearly. Anyways, they used to bring their cats also to King Richard's Fair, so make sure you do your research. And know, whenever you're going somewhere that has a big cat show, do a little double take there. And yeah, Maxie. Yeah,
female friends.
We're a family-friendly show.
Yes, he had a lot of lady friends.
He did.
Yeah, as my nana would say, lady friends. Or no, she would say lady callers.
Lady callers.
Yeah, because she was born in 1928. So.
All right, you cool cats and kittens. Tenacious is going to take us to today's holiday.
Yeah, so today, Tuesday, is National VCR Day. And the VCR, when I was growing up, in the late 70s, early 80s, that was a paradigm shift that you could record shows that aired on cable television, or you could you just rent a movie and watch it at home. I mean, that was groundbreaking at the time.
Yeah.
Of course, way before streaming video. And that just opened up a whole new market. And personally, I miss video rental shops.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, so much fun. Oh my gosh.
One of my favorite retail jobs was working at Blockbuster Video in Hyannis. So I love just being able to walk up to people and recommend movies and explain why this is a good film, talk about the cinematography and talk about the acting. And you don't really get that much anymore. I mean, you can post comments and certainly we can talk among ourselves. about like, films that we like, but just being able to like go to a store like outside of your home and just browse an entire library of movies, to like be able to pick it up and look at the back, look at the pictures, get a synopsis, flag down an employee, and get like some personal takes on what kind of film that is, and maybe some films that are like it. I think we've lost a kind of personal social touch when the video rental shops went out of business.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Maxie says she still has her VHS tapes.
Nice.
Remember the Rugrats VHS? Anyone?
No.
And it was orange. It was a bright orange
Yes.
VHS tape. I still have that too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, we still have like them in a box, like all of our VHSs.
Yes. Maxie said the new release wall was always very exciting. Yes, it was.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And you could rent video games when we got into the video game era. That was always so cool.
Yep.
And David said, what happened to Blu-ray? That is a great question.
Right? Remember when everyone's like, you need a Blu-ray?
Yeah, you need a Blu-ray player.
Yeah. I don't understand it. Oh, question. If you remember VHS tapes, if you went to Blockbuster, did you rewind your movies? Did you do that?
Yeah. Be kind, rewind.
That's right.
We actually had like a video rewinder device. Like you just popped it in, and all it was designed to do was rewind tapes. Like really.
Or else you have to sit there for like 15 minutes when you put it into your DVD player and hit go back.
Sunny said always. Good morning, Sunny. Yeah.
Maxie had a machine.
She had a rewind machine. Maxie's fancy.
That was fancy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Moving on, because we could probably talk about this all day.
All day. All days.
Tomorrow is Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. It is National Best Friend Day. So, if you're like me, you have lots of friends. So make sure you tell them you love them tomorrow.
Yeah. I love you, Marie. I love you,
We love you, Marie. We love you, Tenacious.
We love you, Tenacious.
Hugs.
Yay.
So make sure you tell your friends you love them.
It's important.
Yeah.
Love is awesome. So Thursday is one of my favorites. So
How did this end up? Wait, can we pause for a second? How the heck? Almost swore. Did all of our holidays line up with just us alternating today?
I don't know. We are on it today,
we are
man.
On it. Anyways,
on it.
Keep going.
So today is the second anniversary of this holiday because we realized during the meeting 10 minutes ago that we did the same holiday last year, and I was just as excited, and I still am. So let's get into it. So Thursday is National Donald Duck Day. What? Yes, you know why I love Donald Duck? Because that man gets to walk around freely without pants. It's wonderful. No one's just like, Donald, put some pants on. In retrospect, there's another person named Donald who I'm pretty sure someone has said that to before. But as for Donald Duck, everyone's just like, he doesn't wear pants. Cool with it.
Yeah. He's living the dream.
Yeah, he's living the dream. So happy National Donald Duck Day.
And Tenacious is going to take Friday's holiday.
Yeah, so Friday is National Egg Roll Day. And I'm hoping that this Friday, after our Improv Cape Cod event here at the Media Center, more about that later, that we'll all go out to one of my favorite places here in town, Royal Palace. Because they have some excellent egg rolls. Just, pour a little bit of duck sauce on them and maybe a little soy sauce.
Donald Duck sauce.
Donald Duck sauce? Sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What's that?
I said it's exquisite. It was a reach. I just, yeah. I'm all done.
So Saturday, to make all this better, is World Gin Day.
Yes.
I love gin. It is my go-to if I am going to be drinking, or if I'm at a bar, I'll get gin and tonic or any sort of gin drink. I'm a big gin drinker.
Nice.
In England, they have them in like cans at the grocery store that you can buy, just like gin and tonic. It is like, I love gin and tonic. Some people hate gin. Some people say it tastes like pine needles to them. I'm sorry for your loss because gin is great. So Saturday, while you're eating your leftover egg rolls and probably not wearing pants because of Donald Duck, make sure you have a nice, tasty gin drink. I mean, it doesn't have to be gin and tonic. You can mix it with all sorts of stuff. One of my favorite gins is the Empress gin, and it's purple. And sometimes when you add it to like tonic and then you add like maybe like a little lemon or something to it, it like changes colors. It's pretty cool. So there's lots of options out there, and make sure you get your gin in.
Yeah. And if you do the gin, if you lose your pants and then do the gin, I feel like you're winning. If you do it the other way around, there's some questions.
Yeah. And, to round out the whole week, what's Sunday?
So Sunday is National Red Rose Day. What? Red wine. I don't know why. It just reminds me of that.
But rose. The flower.
Yeah. I think roses are very pretty. I like flowers. I don't like getting flowers. Can't stand it. I'd much rather have a 6-pack. Because I don't see the point of like killing like flowers to put them in my house. Like it just, I don't know. I like flowers in the ground. I think they're pretty in the ground. Don't kill them to bring them to me because honestly, I'm not going to water them. They're going to die.
Now we know.
Just give me a 6-pack.
I love roses. They're my third favorite flowers.
Really? What's your first favorite flower?
Poppies.
What's your second?
Poppies.
What's a poppy? Like a poppy seed?
Have you never seen a poppy before?
No.
Have you seen a poppy before, Tenacious?
You mean a thing that makes like narcotics?
Oh my gosh, T, it's a flower.
We have some questions. Quiz.
These are poppies.
That's where heroin comes from?
Whoop, that's a poppy. I clearly have them
to sleep.
You've seen them, and have you ever seen The Wizard of Oz? They run through the field of poppies.
That's why they're so happy, because they're doing heroin? Heroin does not make you happy. Drugs are bad.
Poppy flowers are a big symbol of rebirth after death. It's really beautiful. There's a very beautiful poem called In Flanders Fields that's adapted into a song, and it talks about Flanders Field, which is where one of the big battles happened, and how poppies grew. Death. I know it sounds very morbid, but it's beautiful. It's a sign of rebirth, and I love poppies, and they come in all different colors. The poppy that I showed you is the Oriental poppy, so it's got the big vibrant colors, but you can get poppies of like yellow and different shades of red. And
Max just said they fall asleep for the poppies, T. Yeah, you can call it falling asleep. You can call it whatever you want. We know what's happening.
Yeah. And then it's gardenias and then roses. That's a big tangent of my favorite flowers, but roses are Sunday's day, which is funny that it's on in June. You'd think it would be Valentine's Day.
Oh.
For roses?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make more sense than a random day in June?
Maybe spread out. I don't know.
I wonder when they bloom. Maybe they bloom in June. Like the plant. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. Whenever I see people using poppies to
okay, please switch back to roses too. We're now on the rose.
Roses are pretty.
They
in the ground.
Good. Yeah. I like rose water though.
I don't think I've ever had rose water. Tenacious, you ever have rose water?
I drink it. I use it to wash my face with.
I was like, oh.
I'm sure people do.
Yeah.
Maxie, do people drink rose water?
Maxie, we need to answer this question for us. Do people drink rose water? And is it like literally just a rose and water? Like, is it like flower side in water or stem side in water?
The flower side.
Okay.
There is rose tea. Maxie's right. I have had rose tea and it is really good. Actually, I had it at Dunbar.
That place is delicious. Oh my God, clam chowder like I never had in my life, bro. You have to go. It's so good. I'd have to Google that. Same, Maxie.
Anyways, we finally got through the holidays. It only took us 15 minutes. Our song clues are coming up for you.
All right. So
I'm going to let T and Tenacious handle them today.
Let's do this. So the song clue is something to do with the holiday of the week and what Twizzle is wearing.
Mm-hmm. And the artist clue is this is an animal that you might find on Cape Cod beaches or at an aquarium.
I learned that zoos are not aquariums.
I
I learned that today.
You're
The
making
aquarium was both.
What?
The zooquarium was both things.
Yes, it was.
Do you remember that?
I know.
Were you here for
there
the
was a
zooquarium?
zooquarium, but I don't remember it.
That was
Like,
in
I know
Europe.
the word.
That was like my favorite place to go.
Where was it?
Behind Captain Parker's, where the Wood is.
I remember that. I remember it being. I don't think
The
I've ever been
animals would
inside.
sometimes get out, and then like the people at Captain Parker's would have to call them over and be like, "Yo,
Can you come get this?
There's a creature outside." I loved the zooquarium. I loved that place. I mean, I understand why it had to go bye-byes because it was awfully small.
Bye-bye.
And the Wood is really cool. So like
I
we
still
did
haven't been. I want to go.
gain. I'm gonna take you.
You guys see that?
I'm taking Tea to the Widow.
I'm gonna go to the widow.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Truthful
right.
Tuesday.
Oh, Truthful Tuesday. Okay, so listen.
Where did you just look?
I don't know. It's very important. I want everyone to like hear me and understand me. Just give me a second and let me just jump into your ear holes. Lean in. Come on in. Get some sleep. Okay? Go when it's time to lay down, turn off your TV, turn off your phone, put it on vibrate, put on your alarm, because I've had that happen before, but like for hours later, and then just go to sleep. Okay? Sleep is
Put
so
down the TikTok.
It's so hard. I get it. I
Yeah, just
get
get
it.
it.
It's so hard. But just like your phone, if you don't charge that thing, it's gonna die. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna die, but it's gonna be really hard for you to function the next day if you don't get enough sleep. So please go to bed.
Good night nights.
Go night. Not now, because you have to go to work. It's Tuesday afternoon. I'm pretty sure you have Tuesday morning.
It's Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday morning. Pretty sure you have stuff to do. So please go to work. But also, when you get home tonight, go to sleep. Take care of your body. It's the only one you got.
Yep. Get on a regular sleep schedule.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's the secret.
Mm-hmm.
It'll improve your health.
It's true though. Like if I'm not asleep by 10, like that's it. But then ever since TikTok entered my life,
We got her.
Social media. Is it? I wonder if there's been an uptick in insomnia because of social media.
I
Has
bet.
to.
Yeah.
Has to.
Go to one of the big gold colleges and see if they have a study. I'm sure someone does.
Yeah.
Like
Just
MIT.
Is it big gold colleges?
12:30 at night, just scrolling through your stuff.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Phantom scrolling, just like not even in taking it. It's just like your brain is off and your body is in. Yep.
Yeah.
This is what we do when we have nothing to do. You can just lay down though. You just lay down.
Yeah.
Get some sleep.
And if you're struggling to calm your mind, pick up a book.
Yeah.
Or journal, because it will help you fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I like to listen to an audiobook, especially one with a really not monotonous,
Monotone.
yeah, monotone voice. That way it soothes my mind, and I just listen for like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, and then I'm out like a light.
Mm-hmm. So try that out. Put your phone down. Turn off TV. Go to bed.
Wise words.
It's the first Tuesday of the month.
So you know what that means.
We got some nerd talk.
Okay, for Nerd Talk, scientists are working on solutions for astronauts who are facing mental and emotional challenges for deep space travel. And I'm going to post that in the private chat. If you could pass that on. So this is a fascinating study. Astronauts have been venturing into space for 61 years to unlock the human potential for exploration. But the floating freedom offered by a lack of gravity also presents a number of limits when it comes to the human body and mind. Short trips to space from the early Mercury and Apollo missions have turned into stays of 6 months or longer aboard the International Space Station. And just to kind of sum up this article, it really goes into the psychological and physical issues of living in microgravity and the loneliness that people feel, and also the lack of personal space. It's a real issue with this study that was made between two twins, Scott Kelly and Mark Kelly. Mark remained on Earth, and Scott Kelly was the astronaut. One of them was asked, the one that went into space was asked, what they missed most about going into space, what they missed most about Earth. And they said the weather, of course, the wind, the rain, the sun, and he missed people that are important to him, his family and friends, because all he saw for like a year was his coworkers. And that's a terrifying thought to me.
I don't think I could do it.
Right?
The more you're describing this, I'm like, oh.
It really
The toilets
takes, like, a
alone,
really
we had a
strong,
thing.
disciplined mind to keep up with this, to remain in that mental state and not, lose your mind.
I guess that's why they have training, huh?
Yeah.
That might be why.
Oh,
So
I guess I have more respect for them now.
well, they'll even do like tests where they'll keep people in isolation for like weeks on end, even if they're not in microgravity, just to train the scientists, train the astronauts to just be among themselves in a confined area and not give in to the claustrophobia, not give in to the monotony of just the workaday life.
Do you suppose they have like a higher depression rate? Or do you think they're just so excited and happy that they're there?
It does affect, yeah, well, there are positives and there are negatives. The negatives are that, people, the astronauts, they miss their family and friends on back on Earth. There's actually even a thing where living in microgravity makes your face kind of expand, and it seems weird to describe, but astronauts have described it as like it looks like everyone is frowning, and being faced with that day after day, just frowning looking faces affects their emotional state, and then that makes them psychologically like unwell, like it gets them depressed, and that even extends to into the time where like they're getting ready to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. They still have like these dark thoughts about living in this kind of depressing environment. But on the plus side, being able to look through a window down at our pale blue dot, and how fragile it is, and just look at like all the continents like laid out before them.
I have so many existential crises.
Yeah, as
So
the Earth rotates, it gives them a greater perspective about being part of a global community, and an appreciation for the environment and the preservation thereof. So there are positive aspects of that kind of stellar perspective, and there are disadvantages, of course, when you are faced with like the isolation and the monotony of being in a confined space. And of course, we in varying degrees experienced that over the last few years because of the pandemic. I myself had COVID a couple weeks ago, and I was confined to my condo for a week.
Wow.
So
what are some things they do to combat it?
looking at pictures of their friends and family back home, communicating with them when they can, refamiliarizing themselves with earthly comforts. Definitely, growing earth plants aboard the space station, which was actually one of my last nerd talks. So, these kind of like these very grounded things. Like, I love my friends and family. I love green things. I love vegetables. I love, just reacquainting yourselves with the things that tie yourself to things that really matter, and like not being obsessed with the cold monotony of space and all its inherent dangers, but rather, just reminding yourself that you are a human being. You are part of a great biological family and a greater global community.
I bet they have to do a lot of like, what's the proper term? Vetting through applicants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like we would not be picked.
Oh, we're out.
If you
That's for sure.
had, like, I think if you start off already with like a, mental illness, like if you're depressed or you're anxious or anything of the sort, I bet they're not gonna, you're not gonna be the first to pick, because that sounds absolutely terrifying listening to you describe this. And it sounds really cool. Like I couldn't ever fathom the idea of being in space. To me, first of all, I would never survive the rocket up there, but but when they create the space elevators like in Star Trek, like, okay, you can count me in, but I can't wrap my mind around being stuck with the same, 4 people besides, so 5 altogether, and not being in contact with anyone you love, and being stuck with your own thoughts, and everyone looks like they're frowning, and you have to eat the same type of food. Like, that sounds, and then you're looking back on Earth and you're just having existential crises. Like I would be. I'd be like, oh my God, like that's it. So I don't think we'd be first on the list.
No, we would fail the psychological profile.
Yeah, they would be like, well, she's gonna come back even more messed up. But I bet that's a thing. Like, I actually want to look into that further. I would like to not that I want them to have mental illnesses when they come back, but I'm curious as to how their mental state is once they actually do come back. Like, is that something they, for the first couple of months, are actively trying to combat? Like, does NASA, like if it's NASA funded, do they provide them with, top-notch mental health when they return? Because that is it's a huge shift.
Yes.
Sure.
That humans, I guess, were never really supposed to experience, or maybe we were, maybe that's why we're here. But anyways, that's a different question. But like, we're not made for such a big thing, I don't think.
Yeah, it was probably similar to the first like transatlantic, trans-Pacific voyages, but not quite, because you were still looking up at the same sky. Right. So like, you were still surrounded by life. So space is like the exact opposite of living, like in the real world, living in like an actual, ecosphere.
Sounds horrible. They wouldn't pick me because like mental illness. I'm like, I don't want to wear pants. So I don't know.
You'd like die.
Your fellow astronauts, they're Donald ducking,
Yeah, you can't Donald duck in space.
Not yet, anyways.
Right. All right, we got some good news coming for you. We're gonna get up out of here soon.
Oh shoot.
Yes.
We're going on.
Tenacious, take us away.
All right. Real quick. This comes from the Good News Network. I'm gonna post the the link in there. Striking a power pose can give a person more self-confidence. Striking a powerful pose like Superman or Wonder Woman does actually make people feel more confident and maybe even behave more confidently, according to a new study. A German team crunched data from 130 different experiments, from published studies, from more than 10,000 people, and they found that people that pose, that like put out their chest and they put out their arms in a sign of like victory, outstretched arms, whatever your power pose is to you, increased your self-confidence and influenced your self-perception and also your behavior and hormone levels. So I think that's fascinating.
Try it right now.
Yeah. Do your power pose right now.
Right now.
To infinity
and beyond.
Yeah.
I'm going to quickly go over mine. T's gonna avert her eyes because she does not like these words. I told you to avert your eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Rats trained to carry tiny backpacks into earthquake zones so rescue teams can talk to survivors. Rats are being trained to be sent into earthquake debris wearing tiny backpacks so rescue teams can talk to people who are trapped under the rubble. You can read more about it. I don't need to go too much in detail because literally the title alone is enough. It's so amazing.
Leave me, my guy. Okay.
Don't.
Don't.
My gosh. And these rats, T will disagree, but they're pretty cute. But how innovative. There are rescue dogs, but they can only get so far. And rats are literally like created to be able to squeeze and move their body. And if rescue teams are trying to get in touch with you, see like if you're alive or not, like it's brilliant. So anyways, yeah, that's my quick story. And T's quick story.
Woman finds $36,000 in free Craigslist chair cushion and never considered keeping the money herself. I don't know who this woman is, but I have several questions. So when a woman recently found a lump in a cushion of a chair that she received for free on Craigslist, which is, who still does Craigslist other than like serial killers?
I don't know.
Okay. She thought it was a heating pad because it was stuffed, and she took it apart and realized that there were a bunch of small envelopes filled with money. And when she counted all the money, it counted up to $36,000. She never considered keeping the money herself. She said, immediately we have to call the guy back where she got the cushion, called that guy back, gave all the money back. And then in return, the guy gave her $2,200.
$2,200 out of $36,000. That's all he gave her.
Question. Would you give the money back?
Like you want to say yes, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I mean, I don't know.
But
it's
faced
tough.
with that actual challenge, like that's the real moral conundrum, right?
Yeah, I would. Like, oh my God, I found $30,000.
I mean, I guess I would contact the police because to me, that money does not look like someone was trying to save money.
It looks like drug money.
Yeah.
And you know what you don't want to keep? Drug money.
It's got bad juju.
Bad juju.
I probably would have brought it to the police station.
Also, somebody gonna come looking for it.
But it would have hurt. I would have cried handing it over.
Yeah.
Like there would have been voluminous tears. Please stay in. I found it in my cushion.
Maxie said it would be tough, but I actually would. I think Maxie would give it back. Sunny said, I know I should and probably would, but what if he got the chair free from Craigslist too?
Right.
Right? What if it's not his chair?
Finders keepers.
And Maxie said, but if it's drug money, I feel like the seller would come back looking for it. That's what I'm saying. Like if you find $36,000, call the police. Like I found $20,000. Here you go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a smart thing would literally call the police.
That's smart.
Because then they would have to probably like investigate the chair that you pulled it from, which is an odd thing to think about. But
yeah, like look at this chair. There was $20,000 in here. There's some extra envelopes. Mind your business. There's $20,000 in here.
Like just put $100 bills in the extra envelopes.
Ma'am, can we look at your pockets? Get out my pocket.
We want you to do the right thing at Coffee with Teas, and that would be whatever you think the right thing is.
We want you to do the right thing, okay? Give the money.
And those are our did I send yours?
What?
Oh yeah, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was our good news. Lots for you to think about. Power pose, rats, and money. It all kind of goes together. We just told the story.
Yeah.
Before we, we'll give you the song clues and then we'll give you the announcements. Remember, the song clue is
Something to do with the holiday of the week and what Twizzle is wearing right now.
And Tenacious, the artist clue is
something that you would find, an animal specifically, that you would find on Cape Cod beaches or an aquarium.
Quickly, put it in the chat.
Aquarium. What?
Aquarium.
Aquarium.
Good job, Maxie.
I knew she'd get it. I knew it. Kiss from a rose.
'Cause baby,
I can feel it. I don't know the rest of the song.
yes, good job, Sunny.
Yes, Sunny.
Tenacious is going to tell you about this Friday at the Media Center. Go for it real fast.
Yes, this Friday at the Media Center in Studio A, Improv Cape Cod, improv comedy, an hour long of improv comedy. Tickets are sold on the website, www.improvcapecod.com, and cash at the door. So come by. I might be on stage, and it's a completely interactive event. So, you as the audience, you help us create the scenes that will be played out before you. Friday Night Improv, yeah.
Also, on let me put my calendar, give me a second.
1 second.
The 18th at the Chatham Orpheum Theater is Cruel Summer Film Fest, which is a different slew of people, of different movie makers. GR Films is going to be there, Private Eye Films, The Negotiators, what's their name?
Don't get me the lion. I have no idea.
A lot of different people are going to be there. I apologize. I know all your names, but it's Tuesday morning. But anyways, it's a Cruel Summer Film Fest. There's a lot of short films being played at the Chatham Orpheum at 8 p.m. You can buy the tickets online. There's few left, so please score your tickets. We're all going. We all have tickets. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a really good time. There's a lot of local talent there. And if you're interested in getting involved in any sort of film, it's a good place to network and to begin. So please check out your local talent. There's so many good films there. And there's going to be a lot of fun people there. And if you can find the tickets online, I'm probably at the Chatham Orpheum website, but definitely if you go to GR Films Facebook, if you go to Private Eye Films Facebook, if you go to Tease or mine, we all share it. I don't know if Tanisha shared it, but you can check his Facebook as well. And definitely we'll see you there. And that is on the 18th at 8 p.m. at the Orpheum.
Word. All right, folks, that's it for us. Remember, hurt people, so keep an eye on your pain.
Stay safe, Godspeed, and
ad astra per aspera, through adversity to the stars.
Have a great week, guys. See you next week, and go Yankees.